top once again.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
On the play. Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
The pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early third and 1. Now back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on third and 1.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Tackle made at the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 10.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
48, come on. 48, come on. Check the outs, check the outs. Watch twins. Back to 60. 19 tight. 48's the mark. Check, 48's the mark. And we're pretty quick.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Baltimore.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Jalen Ferguson in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to number 13. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Caught by number 10. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Colts nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Dobbins. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Switch.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Taylor, the ball.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 14, Colts 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
On for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
He is good.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
The Colts offense come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the...
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return comes to a halt right at the... ...44-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.